I wet the bed until I was 13, which is also a sign of a serial killer. Welcome back to another episode of Reality Court. My name is Ace Fanning, and I am an absolute nobody who's thinking maybe he needs an upper breath. And I am joined by someone who got her entire face pulled back, snatched, facelift style, former Real Housewife of Miami, Ana Quincoces. How are you today, beautiful?
I'm doing great. I wish people could see this
Anna,
shit
the
you
energy
do.
is like not like we're.
I am
here.
so excited to be here, Ace. You know, I was just thinking that right before the show starts, you do such funny things that I wish our listeners and our viewers were privy to that. But some of it is a little bit obscene.
Right. Yes. Well, yeah. I sing what comes to me usually.
Right. But you
It's
make
how it
up
goes.
words.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. How was your weekend? What's going on?
My weekend was good. We almost died. We almost got assaulted.
How?
I don't know what's happening here. We went to this place. Ken said, "Oh, this is the best pizza in Charlotte," which I disagree. Not because it's not good, but there are other good places too. So we went. We parked on a side street. It's a four-door car, and some guy gets in the back seat.
What?
And Ken goes, "Hey, get out of the car!" Like really aggressive.
Did he think
And
you were
the
an
guy
Uber?
goes, he said he thought we were an Uber. So I got mad at Ken because I thought you were a little too rough, you know?
Okay.
No,
Are you going to say that if the man didn't taken a knife to your throat?
Yes, like that guy. He made a genuine mistake, right?
I know, but I think anyone climbing into the back of my car,
anybody, I know, I understand that.
Freak the fuck out.
I didn't want the guy to feel bad, and so I told him, you fucked up. You should have whatever. You should apologize to him. And he's like,
I'm imagining you now being like, "We'll give you a ride. We'll give you a ride."
Right, but then guess what happens?
What?
He walked away and he got on a bus, which means he was never waiting for an Uber.
You know what? I'll say this. It's so nice being just so ugly and average at life because I'm not really worried about anyone really trying to kill me. It's like, what would they get out of that? You know?
But like, think about it. He would have been in the back seat, either pulled out a knife or held a gun, and what would we have done? I know what I would have done. I would have tried to psychoanalyze him and talk to him and say, you really don't want to do this. Tell me what you're upset about. I know what it's like. I mean, I would have done all that, and he would have slit my throat just for me to shut the fuck up.
Right.
Probably.
Yeah, for sure.
The truth is that
what you're supposed to do. Sorry, I keep interrupting you. And I think I'm like hyped today. I'm hyped. But I feel like what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to talk about your life. So what you do is you're like, I have a podcast it's called Reality Court. It's with my friend Ace Fanning. I have 2 daughters and Ace is also like my son. And I have grandchildren. And you're just supposed to start listing off stuff so then they feel bad for you and they don't want to kill you.
I have
learned that
5
on Grey's
grandchildren
Anatomy.
now. 5.
Oh, shit. Wow.
Yeah, because I have Preston, Lola, Louie, Wells.
Oh, yes.
And the new one, which I forgot his name with an R.
That's all right.
Riggs.
You got a lot going on. You got a lot of grandkids, you're old.
Yeah. So, okay. I would have said that and I would have, whatever. The point is that Ken was like, just trust me when it comes to protecting you, His reaction was such that the guy freaked out and he was almost sitting in the car and pulled right out. Had he not had that reaction, God knows what could have happened. I still want to believe that he wasn't going to kill us, but it's possible. Christian Gray Snow, one of our podcasters on, that does a show with Vicky, he and I have been talking a lot about the crime here because of what happened to that girl whose throat was sliced and all that. And then he had gone to get Chipotle where there's a Target and there's a Target parking lot, and he heard somebody scream. And then some man next to him said, I heard it too, so they went up to see if they could help, but there was nothing. This past week,
I gotta say.
Well, but wait a minute.
I'm not going.
This past week, a 16-year-old was murdered in that same parking lot.
I want to think I'd be a good Samaritan, but I think I would just be too scared.
I don't think I would go into the thing. Like, I wouldn't. But I would have done something about the girl who's, just to lie to her and tell her you're going to be fine. She was there alone. Listen, I can't even talk about that anymore because it haunted me.
Oh, God.
It was horrible. You know that story, right?
No.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you about it afterwards, and I'll show you the video. And you know what? You can't handle it.
The video?
Yes, there's a video. Ace, it made me lose faith in humanity in such a way. It was so
wait, are you
tragic.
talking about the girl that was on the bus?
Yes.
Oh, yes. Okay.
No, but
Okay.
you would have to see the 7-minute video to understand it was the most random thing in the world, and she did everything right. She was here from the Ukraine to be safe. She was working at a pizza parlor at night. She wasn't trying to show off. She was looked like a little boy with her beautiful hair and a cap and glasses and whatever. And it was just like, it was horrible. I can't. I went to the vigil that they did for her. Almost nobody there. Almost nobody there. Yeah, it was horrible.
It's really sad. Well,
yeah.
Anyways, okay. I'm going to try and bring the mood up now.
Yes, do that.
Yeah.
Aren't you going to talk about the text message I sent you by mistake?
Yeah, so I get a text from Anna, and it's like, it says like, hey, bring the snacks up here. You can eat me out if you want, but I'm going to watch Real Housewives. Ace. That's what it said. Anna,
it did not say that.
I will read it verbatim, word for word, what you said.
Okay.
I'm going to read it verbatim, what you said.
Verbatim.
Yep. Okay.
It was embarrassing enough. The truth is embarrassing enough.
Okay. Are you coming up anytime soon? I'm kind of horny. You can watch that here if you are. I need another ice cream. I will put out if you bring it. Okay. It's basically the same thing.
So the horny part and the put out isn't, but like I said, are you coming up anytime soon? You can watch it here. If you do, bring me another ice cream. Like, I had already had an ice cream. I was in bed, and my fat ass was going to have another ice cream.
Well, that's okay. It is what it is.
But they were those little blue bunny cone things. It wasn't like...
Oh, those are nothing.
No, I know.
You know,
still.
that's like a little snicky snack. It's fine.
Snicky snack.
Yeah, snicky snack. Oh my God, we have so much to talk about. I have to talk to you right now about Special Forces because you're caught up now, and you feel good about it. You feel good about what you're watching. Okay, I want to psychoanalyze this entire relationship between Gia and Teresa because I really genuinely feel like Gia is the parent in this relationship. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy because I'm so far from being a firstborn. Like, I was never intended to be a firstborn. I'm the last of 6. Like, I'm a baby all the way through. I would never compose myself the way Gia does. I would never be supportive of my parents the way Gia is. If my mom was going up those steps and with her backpack on and was like, I can't do it. I'd be like, you're going to fucking ruin this for me. Get up now. You know, like, I would never be nice like she is.
Gia is a really special kid.
She
telling
is.
You. When I met her, and obviously we've all known who she is, but I met her at Jeff Lewis the other day. In that second, you've been there. You've seen how fast the transition is between the first hour and the second hour. But she took the time to talk to me. She was so sweet, so together. That kid is something special. She really
She's got her
is.
shit straight.
Yeah. I actually even wrote to Juicy Joe to let him know that I was just like so impressed with Gia. But she's the parent.
She's definitely just like I feel like she emotionally supports Teresa a lot, which I'm not saying is a bad thing by any means. It's just how I see their relationship. But
she
this
advises
week,
her.
Yes. Yeah. And she's also like so this week they had this challenge where they get in what's supposed to be a crashed plane and then they submerge them into water. They have to stay under for 20 seconds. Then they get a tap on the arm. And then that's a long time. It's a really long time.
When you're strapped over matter person.
When you're strapped in, 20 seconds is going to feel like forever. But so they do that. Then they have to go out a specific door. We're 1 second underwater and Teresa's already pulling everything off. Like she's out of there. The plane was still submerging and she was coming up.
Right, because
and Gia was the one next to her being like, Mom, you can do this. Just breathe. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. You got this, Mom. You got this.
As the water was starting to come up, she was freaking out. And Gia, instead of focusing on herself, was trying to coach her through that when she herself must have been scared because it is a scary endeavor. I just think that, I think Teresa has physical strength. I think she's in shape. She's always been. She's done bodybuilding competitions. I don't think she has
She's been to prison. I mean,
she's been to prison, but I don't think that she has the emotional strength. See, I probably don't have the physical strength, but I can psych myself to do anything.
I don't have either.
And I would have done it. But like, for example, that's Jussie Smollett. Okay, what the fuck is his problem? Why does he go out the wrong door every time? They gave him 2 chances.
Twice. And I'm like, you just sabotaged other people. And you're here to tell us that you're, like, the reason you're here is to tell us, like, hey, I'm not a liar, like everyone thinks I am. I'm like, I don't care anymore if you're a liar. I think that you're suck. A wimp. And again, would I be able to do this? Absolutely not. No.
No, but if you go there, you think you can do it. Like, there's things that I could tell you. Like, I was watching, Ken's really into the show. Mostly because he hates Cody Brown, and he just wants Cody Brown to crash and burn, and that's all he wants. But he looks at me and he goes, you can do a lot of, you can't do the show. And I'm like, that's so wrong, because
sexist.
I think I could.
Here's my thing. I don't have the emotional strength. I don't have the physical strength. But what I do have is a need for attention. And therefore, I think that I would be able to push through just being like, the cameras are on you. You want to stay in this as long as possible for no other reason than you just want people to look at you and pay attention to you. And that would be what would get me through, I think.
That's it. Okay. Yeah. I got to get you on TV. I'm going to get you on TV, in fact.
Going to get me on the TV, baby.
I am. I have so many
Thank you. I appreciate that. But I got to say, I never watched this show before. I was never into it before. And I love it. It's just so that
they put together a really good crew.
You think?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are watching because of Cody, and I think a lot of people were watching because of Teresa. I do think that Eva, whatever her name is,
Eva Marcille.
First of all, whoever her PR person is the best, because she hasn't been on TV in such a long time, and she got to go on a girls' trip twice, and now she's doing this. But I think her and that Jussie, whatever, are
Jussie.
Yeah, there's a little bit too much, there. I see it.
You know that Jussie's like a full-out gay actor, right?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. He doesn't strike me as gay.
No, like, and I'm not saying it's like, oh, I think he's gay. Like, he's fully open, and that was the whole thing with this thing. Is he's like, I'm a gay black man, and I was attacked.
Because I was like, wow, she's so like, physically like whatever. Ace, can I be honest?
That brought me a lot of joy.
It's not that funny. It's not that funny.
It's so funny.
So one little thing more than me. Congratulations. No, but it's not there are 7,000 words I've said on this show that you've never heard of.
It's that you were so far off on your take between them.
So let me say something else just so I can stop you from gloating about something stupid.
Okay.
So Teresa, whole thing about opening the door or leaving the door half open to, for reconciliation or potential reconciliation with Melissa and her brother came from this time she spent on special forces where she had so much time to reflect. Mm-hmm. How much she's gone in the second episode.
And you also think about it like, You're exhausted. You're not spending any time doing anything
But it's
else.
not only that. It's like if she had been there for any length of time, but like how can the 37 seconds you were there make
Right.
you change your mind about something you've been so staunch about for like years already? You know, this is why I tell you, this is where Gia comes in and tries to help her. You know, she tries to protect her from herself. But
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but it's hard because Teresa's Teresa. I hope she doesn't call me and tell me that I said she's not emotionally strong.
Can you imagine having to punch Shawn Johnson in the face? Shawn Johnson to me is an American hero. You know, she's America's gymnast. She's our little girl, you know. And her, I feel like it's like her and Simone Biles. Like they're athletes that I actually know. But I couldn't imagine having to sock her in the face. And Jesse James Decker didn't hold back on that.
This is the part where I can honestly tell
Oh, wait, no,
you
she
I would
brought
have some
Brianna chicken
challenges.
fry.
Right. I would have some challenges because I don't know how to hit. I don't know how to, you know what I mean? Like all that shit scares me. You know? You
don't get in physical fights.
No, I think anything that's like a solitary endeavor or with a group, but that doesn't require like physical contact with somebody else. I just, no, all that scares me. I don't like it. I don't, whatever. I would also have trouble jumping out of something like of a very long distance, but I could do it. Like I would convince myself I could do it.
Rock climbing, I won't even like rappel down. I just climb down. I don't trust the people to like hold me.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
but do
so
you
I'd
do
be
it?
really scared. No, I climb down.
You climb down. You find.
Yeah, I won't. Yeah, I'll climb. I don't like. They just want you to push off and go down and fall down like that.
But you
I won't do it.
have to push back because if not, then you hit shit going down. Yeah.
I'm too scared.
Ken's right. I can't do the show.
But if they call, you're doing it.
If they call, I would do anything, I think, at this point. Not like Big Brother or something like that.
What? Okay, Anna, stop acting like
No,
you're
I
better
wouldn't
than
do
Big
that
Brother.
because remember, Brittany told us there were roaches.
Oh, I did forget about that.
Ace, I will watch a movie, right? We will watch a movie, and this guy's going into some like kitchen or a house that's dilapidated, and I will close my eyes and tell Ken, I think there's going to be roaches. Tell me when he's out of the house. And almost always I'm right. You know, the plates in the sink and then no.
You've got a sixth sense for roaches.
Yes. I'm terrified of them. It's a very weird thing.
I don't blame you. Would you be fine with these men yelling at you? Like, is that going to be a problem for you?
Nah.
No, you're fine with that. Okay, I would definitely be crying for sure.
Oh, no. I wouldn't be crying for that. I'd be like...
What about, would you be able to poop?
No, I wouldn't poop the entire time I was there. Okay. I've been in Europe for 2 weeks and not pooped.
Wow, that's insane.
Yeah.
No. I would be worried that I would shit my pants because I have shit my pants so many times in my life. Like, I'm like, I don't want to...
Can you tell me about that? Because I have heard so many people that have shit their pants. And I want to know how that happens because I have been in a situation where like, oh my God, I gotta go. Like, what is it? Prairie dogging. And
This is why people tuned in to hear you talk about your prairie dogging.
right. But I would hold it. It wouldn't come out. How does you have to make the decision to just say like, fuck it.
No,
let it
you
out.
don't. No.
So how is that
will tell you
involuntary?
when you shit yourself, you have thrown every Hail Mary you have. You have fought with every last fiber of your being. It's not just like I'm giving up.
I don't agree.
No, because my wife says the same thing. She's like, I don't understand how you poop your pants. And I'm like, and my whole family does. My whole family has shit their pants. And I think it's like we all have IBS or something, you know?
You come from a long family of poopers in their pants.
Yes.
I'm going to tell you the two things that make you poop in your pants. Okay?
Okay.
You have weak character and a weak sphincter muscle.
See, I don't think that is true because when I shit my pants, I'm telling you, like, I'm doing everything to fight.
Okay,
And it's just,
so when you shit your pants, are we talking skid marks or are we talking
no, baby.
full on
No, we're talking
load
Yep.
that comes out the sides and shit and goes into your
down
pants?
the leg? Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Is it usually like I am so sorry, guys. Seriously,
okay.
I'm so sorry.
They're fine.
Like like really mute this part if you want, but I need to understand. But is it when you have stomach problems so that it's very soft and loose and watery?
Yes. Yes.
Okay,
You
so
never
it's
poop
not
your
like
pants with a log. No. You
Okay,
never
okay,
poop your
okay.
pants with a log.
Okay,
It's
okay.
Yeah, splatter. Like if I go to Olive Garden, I'm gonna shit my pants.
Okay, don't go to Olive Garden.
No, I can't. I used to try and get every time I would try and get the chicken Alfredo, and it's also I'm lactose intolerant, but that doesn't stop me. You know.
No, me neither.
So,
I'm
anyways, I'm glad
very-
that we got caught up on that.
Yeah, it was really important. It was really, really important.
So I would be worried that I would be here and I would shit my pants, especially because it's like I'm not eating the food that I normally have. You know. I'd be like Cody
at
Brown
this
and be like, I have a
place.
specific diet, but my specific diet is like I need Taco Bell, I need Chick-fil-A, you know.
No, I could survive on protein bars.
Ew, I couldn't.
Oh, I love those perfect bars. I'm telling you.
No, thank you.
It's terrible.
So Jussie Smollett, as you pointed out, he goes out the wrong door when he's with Eva. And when Eva gets out of the water, she's totally fine. Like she pops up, she's like, I did it. And then all of a sudden, she starts like drowning. And then they pull her out of the water and she's like full blown seizing.
But I don't think she can swim. I think she said she couldn't swim.
She said she's not a great swimmer. She's not a strong swimmer. But I'm like, she got up. I think what happened was like, so this is one thing that I've been curious about with Eva. And we've seen her on Ultimate Girls Trip enough to know, like, Eva loves to have her weed with her, you know?
Yes,
and
yes.
I feel like for this, did she not get to bring any weed? And then, like, that's going to give you heightened sense of, like, stress, panic, anxiety, whatever. Was she having, like, a panic attack during that moment, and that's why they were like, we're going to send you home?
But she could have brought some like gummies and called them vitamins.
Yeah, I don't know. That was just my one thought, is like, is that why her anxiety is so high? Is because maybe she's not able to smoke as much as she normally does. You know, she had to go like cold turkey. That'd be tough.
Yeah, because that does help you with anxiety. And if you were just, listen, you can't get in your head about this stuff. It's just, that's the biggest problem with these shows. You have to have, it's what's in your mind that's much more important than your physical strength. It really is. That's why they say like a soccer mom can lift a 2,000-pound car if it was on top of their child. This is a true thing. So you have no idea the power that your brain has. And I think these people were just mentally weak.
See, my brain just usually uses most of its energy to say, I text someone and they didn't text me back and now they hate me and everybody hates me.
I remember when I used to care about stuff like that.
Oh, that's the worst.
It is such a relief when that goes away, Ace, and it does go away. I thought it would never
wait.
go away, and it goes away, and it's so freeing.
So, back to Special Forces. So one of these guys is the guy that Denise Richards had her affair with.
Right.
And he's the one with the dark hair. I don't remember his name, Rory or something like that. And when I saw the guys, I was like, he's really the last one I would have picked to have an affair with, you know? I didn't think he was attractive at all.
Well, because that's another thing. You don't understand women.
Okay.
Women are also, the brain is, for men, sex has only, has to do with their penis. For women, it has to go through a whole lot of gray matter before it goes there.
Gotcha.
You know? And so whatever was lacking in her relationship that she saw in this guy became the most attractive thing about him. And the looks probably didn't matter as much.
Do we think
that Aaron
they were
guy
ever
was kind of a dick.
messing around during Special Forces? Okay.
Apparently they did, because they found text messages to that effect.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's become a really, really messy divorce, by the way.
He's a piece of shit.
He's a piece of shit. Total piece of shit.
To say the least. Okay, Cody Brown. Now, he did not make an appearance this last episode, which was very disappointing to me because my favorite thing is to watch him and make fun of him. You know, that's my business. That's my livelihood, is to just make fun of Cody Brown. And we have heard from Gia that he kind of gets under everyone's skin. We heard from somebody else. I can't remember who it was, but they were like, he never stops talking.
Right.
He never stops talking.
Right.
And
he loves the sound of his voice. Loves it.
Yes. And we say that as podcasters, like, that's bad.
You're right. Right. Yeah.
So what I'm pitching, and this is kind of what I've been pitching this entire time, but again, just if anyone's listening, I want to do a Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip where they get one night where they are living the fucking life. They got everything at their fingertips. They get super drunk. They wake up the next morning, drill sergeants in there. They're shot off to Africa, to Morocco, and they have to do special forces.
And they know nothing about it.
Nope. And their contract says, like, I cannot leave unless I'm dead, you know?
Right.
And
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
I think it would be incredible television.
The only issue I have with these shows is the very real liability. You know, obviously, as a lawyer, I think of that part. Like, Eva could have gone into some kind of shock and her heart could have stopped. And I'm sure they have medics and I'm sure they have defibrillators and, you know, the guy that goes clear and all that stuff. But it's still dangerous.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But also, I mean, how easy to be like, say you were Eva and you're in that situation, I would be like, hey, this thing happened to me, so I'm going to leave the show, but you're still going to pay me like I was here the whole season. It's like,
right.
Oh, okay,
right.
You know? Right. And you're going to make it look like you're kicking me out, not that I'm trying to leave.
Right.
That's what I would do, for sure.
I think they do probably pay them the whole time.
I thought I heard you get paid. No, actually, you're right. Somebody did say they get paid no matter what. Doesn't matter how many episodes they're on.
Right. Yeah,
so I guess
because either you make it to the end and you have bragging rights, or you make it, you know, just a little way through and then you're publicly humiliated. So either way, you deserve the money.
Okay. Who would you like to see on next season of Special Forces from the Bravo world?
Tamra, I think, would be great. I think Tamra's pretty athletic.
Can I tell you who my number one pick is?
Who?
Ramona. Mm-hmm. Imagine Ramona having to take orders from somebody. She gets there and she's like, put my stuff away. I need you to get my
But don't you think that they select people that could some way, somehow make it through this at all? She would not make it through the first day.
I feel like they pick probably anybody, and the people who do it are the ones who think, oh, I could do this. So that's why I want Ramona forced into it.
Right. I would like to see Bethenny.
Oh, yeah.
Bethenny would be like, she's so sure of herself. By the way, she did Paris Fashion Week, and she did that same walk again.
Oh, God.
She leaned into it.
Yeah.
She's so full of shit. Anyway, Ilaria.
Oh, Ilaria. Yeah. And she'll take any show coming her way.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God, that woman. Poor thing. You know what?
Are you watching Dancing with the Stars
Yeah, I'm
yet?
watching Dancing with the Stars, and I'll tell you, it was funny because she is a good dancer, but she's missing something. She doesn't really have rhythm. She can't connect to the music. And there are people that are better than her, and I think she's very surprised by this. And she cannot handle any kind of constructive criticism. She starts crying immediately.
Same.
Yeah. And I just
totally
didn't like that about her. I mean, look, the truth, I just don't like her at all.
Right.
And I don't know. I feel like she had that many kids just to say she has that many kids.
Yeah.
You know, not because she really wanted to. I have all these preconceived notions about her that I recognize are not fair, but I'm almost 100% sure I'm right about it.
Well, who cares? You know, a preconceived notion is our entire life, you know?
Yeah.
That's what we do here.
Yeah.
Is we should just call the show Preconceived Notions.
I would put Slade in there.
Yeah.
Right?
Gretchers.
No, not even Gretchers. Slade.
Okay.
because he's such a postalita. God, I don't know how to say, like a poser, like he's just like wants to look pretty or whatever. I don't feel he gets his hands dirty ever.
No.
So, David Woolley.
David Woolley Brown. Hell yeah. Can I tell you something? Have you watched Sister Wives yet?
Yes.
So you watched last night's episode?
No.
Oh, well, I just said to do watch again. So I feel like tides are turning on
What's
one
the
Miss
speed
Christine
dating
Brown.
thing?
So Mary goes speed dating, where she thinks that she is like the belle of the ball. She's like, God, these men are even lucky to be talking to me. And then she shits on basically every single one of them, except for a guy who's 37. And like, I think he was just being nice to her. And she's like, I mean, my time with him was really good. It just flew by, She thinks she's so funny. One guy makes a joke and she's like, I hate stupid jokes. Like, I'm freaking hilarious. I'm freaking hilarious, guys. I'm freaking hilarious. So that was fun to watch because she just is so into herself. But Christine Woolley Brown I think that people are going to start turning on her. She's showing some nastier colors this season. She has now her daughter McKelty and her husband Tony Padron are moving across the country.
Are they still skinny?
Yes, but they've not done Ozempic.
Right. They
Right.
walk every day, 10,000 steps.
Right. Yes. So they're moving across the country, and Christine says to her daughter, she's like, you are honestly the best wife ever because you're letting your husband do a chess career, which is his job. Like he does chess tournaments and stuff, but he also coaches chess people, which I want to shit on the job too. But as her mother, to say that about the father of your grandkids, like on camera, you're a piece of shit.
How is her book? Because it's doing really well on the New York Times list, and I'm tempted. I'm so tempted to read it. Is it worth it?
It's interesting. A lot of it though is like, we heard this on the show.
Okay.
We heard this on the show.
Yeah.
Now there is one part in there that can I spoil it for you?
Yeah, for sure. I don't think I'm going to read it.
So Cody Brown does not ever really want to have sex with her. But to get in the mood, she has to give him like a full body massage before he will fuck her every single time. Like she's like, she's getting out the fucking like oil and shit. She's like getting in there doing deep tissue work.
God.
She went and got her degree in
massage
therapy, basically, to please this man. And she was like, it just felt like he was just kind of like doing an obligation, doing me a favor by having sex with me.
Did she talk about what she thought it was like with the other women or anything that the other women have told her about it?
She said that she would hear noises. Like when they lived in a very small house, she's like, I would hear, and I'm sure Mary was like going over the top, just like, oh yeah, Cody, roll me.
But
roll
mostly
me, Cody,
Janelle,
roll me.
I think Janelle is hot to try.
Oh, I think that Janelle put his face in a thigh lock, she had his, she's using those thighs and she was like, you're going to eat this pussy to completion.
I think
bitch.
she strapped one on.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay.
100%.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I can see that. Yeah. But it sounds like Christine had the worst sex life of all of them.
Right. Which is why she's so bitter. She was really bitter and the first one to leave. But I'll tell you something. The way that Robin has aged, the transformation of her face into this square kind of Frankenstein, she's so angry, so whatever she's feeling on the inside is completely reflected in her face. She is so stuck.
I would love to bring the Swan back and have her be one of the contestants.
She could look good.
She used to look good. When she
good.
first joined the family, she looked great. And now it's just like, I don't know if those crotch goblins like stole the life out of her. I don't know if Cody has stolen the life out of her. I don't know if she just hates her existence.
Listen, if you go into this, the people, like a lot of people think that women that get into this situation, they have no choice. They have no whatever. There was a time when I started watching this that I thought it was a fantastic idea. I'm not kidding you. I thought 5 women, I only have to sleep with them one day, every 5 days. I get help with my children. I get help with dinner. I get help, have a sense of community. I'm down.
Okay, let me give you one example. I'm going to give you 2 examples. Number 1, your daughters get into some sort of trouble, and one of those women comes in and absolutely scolds the shit out of them and asks you, like, what are you doing as a parent? You want to stay on that still?
No, it really depends, because if I know that other mom really loves my kids, and I would probably, I was never one of those people that thinks, oh, not my kid, So like my best friend, Glenda, when my kids were little, she was allowed to scold them, just like I was allowed to scold them. If we were like in Disney or we had a lot of vacations together, she could scold them like if she was their mother, and it was not a problem for me or for Robert, because I know how much she loves my children.
But what if you felt like the other woman was scolding your children to get back because she heard you moaning every time you had sex?
That's different.
And she never did.
No, that's different. Listen, this is the same problem as you have in a relationship when people open the marriage. Like a lot of gay couples that I've spoken to that sometimes decide, let's let a third in. And obviously it happens in heterosexual marriages too, but I've talked to more gay men that have, at some point, someone falls in love. At some point, someone wants more. And then there's a thing that then sex one-on-one with your original partner never seems to be good enough anymore, because now you need more. It's a slippery slope. Just like porn. You used to see a pair of boobs in porn, like with a sheer bra, and you could get turned on. Then now, what do you need to see? Like donkeys' assholes? Probably.
No, what's so funny is I get an erection from anything. You
have one.
You
right
could give
now.
me a Victoria's Secret catalog and I will masturbate to it.
Oh my God, Ace.
I'm just being honest. I've got a very high blood flow to my penis.
Oh yeah, good.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that very much. So, listen, let's move on. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Orange County.
Okay.
Because I'm ready to smack down with one Miss Emily Simpson.
Yeah.
I hate Emily.
I really hate her.
And I've actually come around to Gina. I'm appreciating Gina. Are you being robbed right now?
No, but I just saw somebody running up the thing and I didn't know what it was, and it was FedEx.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I'm actually coming around to liking Gina. Weirdly. But I hate Emily. I want to stab myself in the ears every time she says Gretchers. Like she thinks that that's great. And again, this is the woman who said, do not ever talk about my children. Like, don't bring my children up on this show. Now she's having to go on social media and defend what she said about her son. And she went on and she posted, I didn't mean that he couldn't read. I meant that he wasn't reading at his grade level. Then we found out he has dyslexia. And I don't want this information coming out. I had to go to special reading classes before school in 2nd and 3rd grade because no one practiced with me. Because again, I'm the youngest of 6. And that was so embarrassing to me. I couldn't imagine my mom going on television and being like, look at my kid. He's got to go to the special reading classes. I'm like, it's before school for a reason, so nobody sees me in there.
Right.
Give me some privacy.
I do agree with that, and I have to tell you, like with my kids, when I wasn't on reality TV, I always feel that no matter how young your children are, you have to treat them with respect. Even little kids, even if they're 3 years old, there's a level of respect that you need to have. You can't just treat them like they're an extension of you. And anything you say on these shows is forever. And so why label him on a stupid show, a stupid vapid show? Because, by the way, we love these shows. They're entertainment, but they are in fact stupid vapid shows. So
Right. And I don't want kids on it.
kids, if you have them, just have them running around being cute. But we don't want to get into the, Dorit's kids' names. What are they? I forgot. Especially
Phoenix and Jagger.
yeah, exactly. They're just cute. They're funny. She gives her don't have a Coke kind of thing. But that's it. We don't get into their darkest, deepest. Hopefully we won't now when this comes out either. I don't think it's necessary.
I wet the bed until I was 13, which is also a sign of a serial killer. Lots of serial killers wet the bed for a long time. I couldn't imagine. And here I am saying it, but could you imagine 13 years old and my mom's on Real Housewives and she's like, God, he keeps pissing the bed still, you know?
Right.
I would be mortified.
It is mortifying. It is mortifying. So I think but I think it's a little bit of desperation of having enough going on. Everything her and Gina are doing on social media, I find them funny. I do. But I was a huge Emily fan. And I've always liked Gina. I know, Jeff hates Gina so much. And I don't even understand why he hates her so much, because she's kind of like a non-entity. She's harmless, I feel, Yeah. To me. I liked, you start thinking the worst of people. And when she moved out or had the guy moved out, Travis, I thought, oh, she's just going to get rid of him completely because she feels now that she's up here and he's down here. And she didn't, because she really loves him. Right. And that gave me a sense of respect towards her that I didn't really have before.
I feel like this is the first season in which Gina's owning the fact that, listen, I'm not of the same wealth of these other women. She's also, when people call her out on shit, she's like, yeah, I did fucking say that. And that's where I've come around to Gina now. I'm appreciating her more. But Emily, and when we're at Tamra's house and we're doing the stupid cake decorating party, and she finds out that Tamra is going to hang out with Katie, and she's like, I am hurt. I am hurt right now, Tamra. I am so hurt. Oh, shut up. Shut up. Go home to your little troll of a husband and do butt stuff while you watch TV like you always tell us you do. To say that you're hurt by that. And again, I'm a Katie advocate. I will fight for Katie until the day I die. Right. And I feel like Emily has blown this thing out of proportion for all the other shit that people have done on this show. I don't care. And I keep seeing Kiki Monique show up on my TikTok. She does these lives with two other women, and she sits there like this.
I don't like that woman. Thank God she doesn't come up on my feed.
So I'm just like, I don't know. I'm over Emily at this point. I hope that she gets the boot. I would be fine if Gina came back because I'm actually appreciating her.
What I like about her is that she doesn't have the great aspirational lifestyle, but we see the hustle. And it's nice to see the hustle too.
I do like that.
Yeah. So I do like that about her. And
I actually feel like I know that Heather has money, but I'm sick of seeing her money. Normally I'm like, oh, I want to see.
Is another lawsuit?
Probably. Are they ringing your doorbell?
No, I'm telling Ken right now because he just got back to bring it up so we can open it up here live.
Oh God! Well, what if it's not that?
Well, then it won't be that. But now I'm concerned about it. Not concerned. I just want we want our listeners. Please. Okay.
Okay. Sorry, back to Heather.
Yeah, back to
Heather.
Heather.
I feel like with Heather, it doesn't feel fun to watch her spend money. It just feels gross.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate it. I don't like it. Also, her getting offended that Gina's like, oh, I don't find you to be that funny. And then Gina having to come back in her confessional, like, oh yeah, Heather, she's my funny friend. She's totally my funny friend.
And then she's also upset that people don't respect her craft and that she's always having to prove herself. It's like, look, if you were a fantastic actor, you wouldn't be on Real Housewives. You wouldn't.
But also, how many times has her storyline been, I'm doing a comeback. I'm coming back. I'm like, we saw you say before, like, I'm not just a mom. Well, now you're saying my kids have left. I'm doing this big comeback. We've seen you have 10 comebacks and it never goes anywhere. You had a couple of episodes of Hot in Cleveland. You had Malibu Country. You were on an episode of Hawaii Five-0. Like, I've listed your IMDb. That's
Right.
it. All right? Like, calm down. You're not funny. You're not the
I
funny
agree.
friend whatsoever.
I was almost the mom on The English Teacher. I just want you to know.
What?
Remember the FX show? Yeah.
Yes.
Didn't
yes,
stand a
but
chance, but like,
That's
wow.
all right. By almost, you mean you read for it?
By almost, they specifically sought me out because they thought I was perfect for the role until they heard me read. Trying to do a Colombian accent, a specific Colombian accent from an actual part of Colombia. But they thought that because he and I had the same coloring and stuff like that, I could pass for his mom.
Okay, but it
Very
didn't
depressing.
work out.
No.
That's
And I
all
haven't
right.
watched it because I don't want to see who it is.
Well, here's the thing. I'll look it up for you and then I'll tell you. But
Okay.
you wouldn't be here then.
Exactly.
This is where you're supposed to be.
No, I would still be here. Are you kidding me? Of course I would be here. This is my favorite
okay.
thing in the world. Did Tamra quit again?
Yes, she quit again. Which people are shitting on her about this. I'm like, do you know how many times I've quit everything in my life? I feel
do.
good. I feel good quitting stuff all the time. Like it makes me be like, I have to get the emotional burst out. And that's where I'm like,
we should tell
I'm
our
quitting.
listeners about this. We
What?
should tell our listeners about this, that when we started this,
Yeah,
you used to quit a lot.
I did used to quit a lot.
And because I didn't know you well,
yeah,
you have no idea. It would kill me. It was like, oh my God, no, he's not giving this a chance. This has really got somewhere to go and whatever. And what do I do? And now it's not that I don't take it seriously, but I also think I know your process and I think that it could pass. And so I just wait and hope that it passes. But
to be fair, the big time that I was quitting when the show went from what it was to what it is.
oh no, that's different. You were quitting for
That
real.
was like, I'm done. I
No,
don't
no,
want to do this
and I don't
anymore.
blame
I
you.
hate this
And
person.
First of all, you had qualms about doing it at all with him.
right.
I had to convince you. So that's a different thing. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking
no,
about
but that
when you
was only
just-
one time that I was like, I am gone.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm going with you. This is not a difficult decision. Yeah.
No, I do. I always have to do that, and then I'm fine. Then I calm myself down. I always
How
have
does
to freak out
Caitlin
about
handle
something.
that? Does she just
She's just learned to just let me have my moment. you
right?
know?
Right.
She's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Oh no, please
so
don't.
what was Tamra's reason for quitting?
Because now she's hurt by everybody. She's hurt by Heather for saying that she doesn't trust Tamra. She's hurt by Emily saying that she is hurt by Tamra, because she was hurt by Emily, who's hurt by Gretchers, who's hurt by Slade, who's hurt by Joe. Like, everyone's hurt by somebody here. And
she's the
I'm
ultimate.
on Tamra's
She's
side.
going to carry the blame for everybody.
I'm on Tamra's side,
I'm on Tamra's side too.
right?
I'm on
like,
Tamra's side too. Look, thanks to Tamra, this show is still going. Let's start there, because it was dying. And why does she have to be the scapegoat of everything? Everything can't
Heather
be
was
her
like-
fault.
Heather was like, I don't trust you with my feelings because I tried telling you something about my dad and then you just like completely blew past it. I'm like, you said my dad would freak out at us in public and it was awful and we felt terrible. And she's like, I don't do that to my kids. And I understood what Tamara was saying. She's like, there's a big difference between freaking out on my friends and freaking out on my kids. Like, and to
Right.
make that comparison was shitty. And Heather being like, I just feel like you're not there for me. I feel like, shut up. You're castmates. You're not really friends.
Right. I'm getting tired of I could do without Heather Dubrow.
Me too.
She's, even on social media, I've had to mute her because she's now trying to do like the LTK with her clothes. And it's like, look, there's nothing special. You don't really have style. You just buy
All she wears is black.
Right. And you just buy the most expensive shit. at Fendi, at this and that. The LTK is not even reasonable. Most people can't buy that. So if they could afford a $20,000 outfit every week, they just have their personal shopper go get it from them. They don't need your stupid LTK so that then you get a commission. She's boring. She's just boring.
Well, if anyone wants to go to my LTK, I am currently wearing my alma mater,
nice.
Pepperdine. That's where I got my undergrad before I went to Yale.
Guys,
so
can you
like
help me with something with Ace?
Yes.
I think Ace needs to be on Cameo. I think people would love. No, seriously. You're signing up for Cameo. Let me tell you something. I have had Cameos expire since I've been doing Cameo 3 times, where I have forgotten and missed the thing. Mm-hmm. Can I tell you that all 3 times have been with the same person?
What's wrong with
Some guy
you?
named Alex. Please, Alex, call me because I'm gonna give you free cameos. It's just he happens to reach out to me when my whole world is on fire and I just can't remember. And some cameos they need it in 24 hours, and some you get a discount if it's in 7 days. If it's in 7 days, I'm gonna forget, and then my app doesn't remind me. But I am telling you that a lot of people would love you to be on Cameo, and let us know in the YouTube comments, please, because I'm signing him up.
Do you remember when Teresa did a cameo
In a car.
and she was like, and I guess you've got gonorrhea? And
People don't realize that they can share this.
oh yeah.
I
great.
I get them from some bloggers that want me to say stuff about Miami.
Okay.
You can also get them from brands, and you put your price, for like a brand that wants you to say something. I mean, it takes no time, For me, it's like, oh, I think I have to look a certain way. I look like shit right now. I don't want to do it like that. But you won't care. I think you would be so good at it anyway. So I'm signing you up.
Okay. Anyways, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Inject this into my veins. This is the best television show out there. We have Lisa Barlow's dismissal lunch, her legal lunch. Where she comes in, she has these things that she's made on Canva, basically. Poster boards that all have like different lawsuits she's had, and then she just put the word dismissed over all of them. But then we find out some of these haven't been dismissed yet.
Well, I told you, we went over them the other day. They haven't been dismissed.
I love, there's something about Lisa Barlow that is really just like next level crazy and like delusional.
Yeah,
and
she's
it
delusional because she has so much pride that she will say anything, and she says it with such authority that some people, maybe 15% of the population, believe her. But the most important thing is that she believes her own lies.
Yes.
And it's a huge problem.
When she was at that lunch with Heather and she was like, I mean, let's be serious. My life is totally different than yours. I'm living a totally different life than you guys. To sit there and say that to another woman who owns her own business and not even think for a second like, oh, that was probably rude of me to say. She lives in Lisa La La Land, and I don't ever want her to come to Earth. I love her there.
And she also thinks that there's a little bit of an Alexia quality in her, that the things that she likes, the things that she believes, the things that she wants, it's just what everybody wants and believes. Because she is the standard by which everyone lives. Like, she figured it out first. I don't know. I love to dislike her. I am obsessed with Bronwyn.
I love Bronwyn. Here's the thing about Bronwyn, and I think I said this before, but like, she's giving us a new take on a housewife.
Right.
She is letting us see her mess. She's owning up to when she does shady shit.
Right.
And she's not backing down from the person that everyone wants to kiss their ass.
Right.
I just feel like she is so amazing. They better never get rid of her. Her looking to Lisa and being like, you know, this doesn't prove anything. Like and she said it so perfectly. She's like, were these dismissed or did you settle? Did you pay these people off? You know, like, and that's a valid question to ask.
Valid question,
it's none of your business, Bronwyn.
Right, but if she
it's
thinks by putting something up, you know what I'm saying, and writing that's it, it's settled. It's like, it is so easy to figure this out. So next week,
along with a selfie.
Yeah. Next week, I am. By the way, the FedEx wasn't for me. It's just some checks his office sent him.
Okay.
But they're too busy in what do you call it?
Paris Fashion Week.
Paris Fashion Week, man. You know, I don't know where he's getting the money, but they live it up. We have never had a housewife. This I can say unequivocally, that lives the lifestyle that Stephanie does. Not Dr. Nicole, not whatever, because she has all these contacts all over the world, and she just, my God, she has like an outfit for every. That's why I told you it was so much money. Her whole glam team, she gets off at like I forgot who was the most recent thing. She's sitting next to Kathy Hilton and people like that at the thing, and the guy that runs her maze over there, and there's tons of paparazzi waiting for her. I mean,
but again, I feel like she's paying all of these people.
Okay, who cares?
I feel like she's paying them. Are you eating
a vitamin?
Your vitamin doesn't need to be right now.
Well, I feel like I'm getting a little bit low energy, so you told me to get a B12. I mean, you've told me that you love a B12.
I do love a B12,
okay,
but
thanks.
Anyways, I love Bronwyn. I think that her mom, I thought that Robin Brown had the worst eyebrows on TV, and then walks Bronwyn's mom, and Robin walked so Bronwyn's mom could run. Those were the worst eyebrows I have ever seen on anybody in my entire life. And I was like, no wonder you're such a bitter old bitch, you know? She's awful.
Guys, like, if I can give you any, people are always asking me about like makeup advice and stuff like that. If I can give you any advice, is that your eyebrows are really like, if your eyes are the window to the soul, these are the curtains, the what do you call that? The whatever, window treatments. Okay.
Yeah.
It is so important. It is so important. And they don't have to be exactly the same. That's another thing, because people will do anything.
They're cousins, not sisters.
Right. Exactly. So, but really, like, take the time to, I mean, there's apps for this now, because I don't understand. Like,
are my eyebrows okay?
Your eyebrows are fine. First of all, there is nothing worse to me than a man that plucks his eyebrows or does anything to his eyebrows.
Thank you.
I hate that.
Every time my wife wants to get at my unibrow, I'm like, please stop.
I mean,
a
unibrow is different as long as it's just in the middle and it doesn't do anything. No, you see, I'm natural. I don't do anything to my eyebrows either. I fill them in a little bit, but I've always had thick eyebrows. But like, some people do this weird shit. I don't understand it.
Too much.
Yeah. So keep telling me about and Heather.
Okay, back to Bronwyn.
Yeah, go Bronwyn.
So Bronwyn's mom is a miserable bitch. She's telling her like, Bronwyn's opening up to her, and she's like, you know, I never thought that I would get here. I had a kid so young, and now I'm living this life. And her mom looks her in the eyes and says, you wouldn't have been able to do this without Todd. If Todd wasn't financially supporting you, you wouldn't have done any of this.
You know what?
And not like, doesn't for a second think like, wow, was that mean to say to my daughter?
Yeah.
She's just awful whore.
She's an awful
and I'm
person,
glad whoever
but
does
you
her
know
eyebrows
what?
for her fucked her over.
You know what though? Maybe it's a Utah thing, because wasn't it Monica's mom who was like that too?
Yeah.
You know, I don't even understand. You don't realize, and I've had to learn how a mother's statements to their daughters like really affects them for the rest of their life. Beba is still talking about a day that I went like this with some orange juice, because she was so OCD and we can never get to school on time. And she's like, no, this has to be perfect. And that has to be perfect. Like, I threw the thing and it's like, now nothing's perfect. And it's like, it scarred her for life. You know, like I just, people are reckless with their kids, you know, you need to be like, to me.
I feel like especially older generation LDS is just so ingrained in them that like you have to be perfect. And finding out that their daughter, who's a freshman in college, is now pregnant and she's not married, like her
becomes
thought
a
wasn't
shameful thing for the family.
Yes. And it wasn't even like, oh, I'm worried about how my daughter's going to support this child or anything like that. It was, how are people going to view me as a parent?
Right.
And it's like, well, I would view you as a great parent if you would take your child and then love your child through this and support them through it. That's what I think would be an awesome parent. I don't think you're a shitty parent because your kid got pregnant.
Right. If you ever wonder if you're a narcissist, okay, and there's nothing worse for a child than a narcissistic parent. If you see your child as an extension of you and not as its own, as his or her own individual person, regardless of their age, you're a narcissist. That's the best test.
Really?
It's pretty simple. Yeah. Like,
okay.
You know, of course you have to take care of Louis. Of course you have to take care, but you already know Louis's personality. Louis is going to be Louis, and you think, oh my God, but you also love that she's going to be what she is.
I love that Louis bullies the shit out of me. I've been bullied my whole life, and I never once liked it. And when she bullies me, I appreciate it.
You love it.
You know?
Right. Well, because then you know she's not going to be a pushover either. You don't want her to be a bully, by the way, for anybody that thinks Ace is trying to
No, but you can bully your dad. That's fine.
Right. So
she doesn't bully my wife. She just bullies me. It's like, okay, that's fine. You know?
I do feel bad because I think Bronwyn is, and I think over the years it'll come out, the fact that she married that man that's a lot older than her, you know, it was almost like she was trying to escape something. And now seeing her mom tell her this, I think we've gotten a peek into what she's been trying to escape.
I also think too, like, okay, her dad has Alzheimer's. It's having a huge impact on her.
Yeah.
I'm not I don't want to say this for sure, but I don't know if I am a big enough person to then let my mother move in with me and pay her way after she treated me like such shit when I was younger. Like,
but
I
why
hold a
did
grudge.
the mother move in with her? Where's the dad? Did they put him in a home?
The dad's at a facility. He got moved into a facility. But I'm just like, you what?
You know what? My mom took care of my dad till the day he died. And like the movie The Notebook had nothing on that woman. Like, I don't know. I just, the whole facility thing that just, look, sometimes they get very aggressive and stuff, and I understand, but I don't know. I just had such a great example of that. Like a real till death do us part, for better, for worse. My mom, it was such an amazing example of that.
I feel like I'm totally on board with like going to homes and stuff like that, especially because it's like you don't want to view this person that you've loved your whole life like in this new light. Like I never want my wife to have to wipe my ass. She's already seen me shit my pants enough, you know? I don't want to get to that point. And so, and I also like me on my own level, I don't want to put that onto her to have to be my nurse, you know? Like,
the thing about Alzheimer's and dementia is that the person that has it doesn't suffer like the people around them because they don't really know. But I don't know. I saw such a love story between my parents and the way that, you know, I cry in every episode. She called me the other day to ask me if she's given me like all her jewelry, if a little cross chain with a little cross that my dad used to wear all the time, if she had given that to me. And I said, no, you didn't give that to me. She goes, my mom's 93 already, right? So she's starting to think I'm not going to be around much longer. She goes, I just really wanted it because I wanted to wear it so he can find me. when I got to have,
God.
and so that she'd have a gift for him. And it just made me so sad. But like, my mom was just such an amazing wife. Like, I've never seen anything like that. So I understand that some people do it, and I'm not judging, but it gave her so much joy to be that kind of just caregiver, you know? He slept like in a hospital bed, and she would sleep in a chair next to him and would tie a scarf from her hand to his hand in case he stirred in the middle of the night. So I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm so sorry.
Never apologize for being emotional.
Yeah.
Like, that's, I hate when people apologize for being emotional, because it's like, why? We're all emotional.
Well,
that's
I'm just
a very
saying, this
real
woman put
life
her
experience
husband in
you
a
had.
home, wants to live with the rich daughter because
Yeah.
of the husband, and what? Like, fuck her, man.
And continue going to her same eyebrow girl. Like, now Bronwyn has to foot the bill for those things, you know? I don't see myself being able to forgive my mom that much for the way that she treated her. And maybe Bronwyn did set her up with the eyebrow girl. I don't know, because I think that would be a good revenge. Like, you're going to walk around with the worst eyebrows anyone's ever seen, and that would be maybe enough satisfaction.
I predict that because she's going to be there every time Bronwyn walks out of her closet dressing room with her outfits, that she has a very unique sense of style, a very cool sense of style that she can carry off. It's not for everyone, that the mother's going to criticize her and make her feel bad. And I think that whole thing's going to end badly, and the mother's going to move out, and Todd is going to put his foot down. So
I hope so.
That's what I'm predicting.
I think her mom is a monster, and I'm
Yeah.
okay saying that. I'm fine
Yeah.
with that. Okay. I want to say something about this last episode, and I really hope that this is okay to say. I did not care to see Angie K go over to her dad's house and look at pictures forever and
No.
talk about stuff. I was
No.
like, so sweet. That's like, I would love to have seen that if I was watching Hallmark Channel.
Yeah, Hallmark movie, right. I agree. Yeah, I think that's just filler, you know?
Yeah. But I feel like there's so much going on here. We don't need it.
No, we don't need it. And I also just am not loving Heather. This is the problem I have with this show. You know, I like Mary, I like Lisa in the sense of what she gives us, because I find her completely delusional. But
Yes.
don't you think we need maybe next year a little bit of a cast shakeup?
It's so hard because I feel like Heather is kind of one of the faces of Salt Lake.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you think of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and you think of Heather, but she does, like, there's just something about her in these past couple seasons that I'm just not enjoying. And I will say this, I love myself some Whitney Rose this season. Never cared for her before. Never once liked her. Never had good times with her.
What's
The only
making
time I
you
really
like her now?
The only time I enjoyed her was when Jen Shaw got arrested and she started playing Nancy Drew. Like, I appreciated that part of her, but otherwise I've not really cared for her. But the fact that she's like, yeah, my business has failed and I'm working on paying this off and I'm working on doing this, I'm doing that, and just owning up to it. And I think she looks great with her red hair. That doesn't hurt
She's
anything.
a very pretty girl. I mean, she's a very she looks a little trashy, but she's a very pretty girl.
Hey, I think she looks great. So I don't know. I don't know where to go with Heather.
Yeah, I agree. I was going to ask you another thing. Did you hear about this podcast Sheena Shay did with Alex Baskin? I am telling you that Alex Baskin has become like its own character in the reality world. We never talk about these producers by name,
Right.
but Sheena Shay admitted during this podcast, on her podcast Shenanigans, that more than anything, she wants to be on Real Housewives of Orange County. Yeah. How do you see that? What do you think about that?
If Alex Baskin's listening, please, dear God, don't do this to us. Don't do this to us.
I don't think he will if he doesn't think it's the right thing.
I just feel like we don't need Sheena there. Do I like the fact that Sheena has beef with Tamra? Yeah. Like I appreciate that, but I'm fine watching that just on the internet. I don't need it as a part of the show. I just feel like Sheena, to me, she's in the Vanderpump, she's in the Valley. I don't need her. She's in the Jonas Brothers music video as the pizza girl. I don't need her elsewhere.
Yeah, she's competing a lot, like with other people, and I could see that. And she has a real hang up with Lala.
Oh, her and Lala are dunzo.
Dunzo, yeah.
Lala unfollowed her. She unfollowed Summer Moon. Can you imagine?
That. By the way, did you see Lala's daughter
calling her sister a bitch?
Was it her sister?
It's her stepsister or half sister, one of those. It's one of Randall's other kids, and she said Riley is a bitch, and then Lala hears it, and I appreciated getting to see Lala be like
a mom,
being like, you don't talk like that.
Yeah,
and I was just,
and she
like,
heard
where'd
it
you
from
hear
her
that?
dad.
Dad.
Yeah, of course. She was funny.
He's such a piece of shit. He's a slimy piece of shit.
Yep.
But I did appreciate that. Ocean she seems like a good time.
She's cute. I really like that too. Just before we go, this whole thing that happened in Miami, I think we've gotten a response from Adriana about this, and it sounds like, and we'll have to wait. You'll have to wait for our episode on. Hopefully, we'll try to put it out on Thursday night and do it like burn the midnight oil again to get it out to you first. But it looks like she is now admitting that it happened.
Right.
Because we see the part where she's threatening her to don't make me say it at the party. And then I guess this one decided, I'm just going to steal your thunder and say it. But it also wasn't a one-time incident. They had also fooled around at the Versace Mansion.
Hell yeah.
So, like, we now know they are scissor sisters.
Yes.
And I am going to call her and say, you told me you didn't like the V, and I need an explanation.
Here's the thing, Anna. People are not one size fits all.
No,
you know,
of course
sometimes
not.
it's you just said it's got to go through the brain. Like maybe she's like, I've never felt this close to another woman,
right?
Like I do Yulia, and now I want to eat her box,
right.
and I want her to eat my box. I want to, I want to feel loved, and Julia gives that to me. But now Julia is saying that Adriana was going to blackmail her with this information.
Right.
And that's where Adriana, I think in the reunion, is saying, like, that's such a lie. That's bullshit. I don't think Adriana's going to deny that they were scissoring
but
during the reunion.
But that doesn't make sense, because when you see them talking at the party that Stephanie had, she says, don't make me go there. Don't make me go there. That sounded like blackmail to me. And then, I defend Adriana all the time. But then after, at the reunion, she goes, I love Martina. I respect Martina. If you loved and respect Martina, why did you go down on her wife?
Right.
Or whatever. So I need a little bit. This next reunion is going to be very telling. My prediction is that Adriana is going to come back with a story about Julia having either an ongoing or a long-term affair with a man recently. And I heard something about the man working at a funeral parlor or something, having to do something with...
Not a funeral parlor. This is the second time in 2 weeks that we've brought up funeral parlors.
Yeah. So it's something like that.
I don't even know if that's what they're called anymore.
But this is just shit that I hear. Also, guys, I wanted to tell you that if you can email our email, which is realitycourtscoop@gmail.com.
Yes.
With any questions you would like us to answer on the show, and ask us anything. It's there for you guys, so feel free to do that. If you want to know exactly, the details of Ace shitting his pants, how many times it's happened, if he's found any friends through Bumble BFF, whatever you want to know. No.
I deleted my Bumble BFF account.
Oh, okay. Good.
With Bumble BFF, I gave it a good shot. It was a lot of, I didn't realize it was a lot of men on there who I think were just married and wanting to see dick. So it didn't quite go where I was hoping, you know?
Because you live
just-
in a world where you're actually, you talk a lot of shit, but you're very wholesome. And I think you are. And so you think like humble BFF, friends, guy friends, hey, let's connect, you know, whatever. Let's see if we have common interests. And they're just looking for a hetero guy that will play, hide the salami.
Hide the salami. Yeah. And I think that for me, because I just always struggled to connect with men. So I was like, well, this should be easy, and it wasn't.
I've also noticed a lot that you are a lot happier and your social media stuff, and that you're feeling very grateful.
Yes. Thank you.
And I love to see that, because you should. You're very lucky. And
I just think like having 3 kids is so fucking cool to me, because it was in January 2023, we're never going to have kids. Like, we will never have kids. We're going to have to be like those people who, always say they never wanted kids, but they really did. And now they see kids and they hate them and stuff.
Well, there's
and
not a lot. I mean, that's not all people. There are people who
No. There's just certain people out there who I feel like, and I understand it. I would feel the same way. If I always wanted to have kids and then I couldn't, I'm going to fucking hate all your kids.
Right. Right. No,
I hated when people would announce like a pregnancy announcement, and it was like, God, that's awful, but it was like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you, and you get to have
it's
kids.
very painful. What you went through is very painful. And now your cup runneth over. And the most important part about that is that you're aware of it. You will post pictures and say, how lucky am I? And I
it's fun.
It makes my heart smile. I swear to God, every time I see that, it makes me really happy.
Thank you. No, they're awesome. I mean, sometimes they're really fucking annoying, but for the most part, they're awesome.
Yeah, but you even enjoy when they're annoying. This is the thing. You're enjoying the process. All of it.
Yeah. It is. It's a great time. So listen, guys, go leave us a 5-star review. Only say nice things about us in the comments. Email us at realitycourtscoop@gmail.com.
Yes.
Or you can also reach us at realityscoop.info.scoop.gmail.aol.com. And go follow, make sure you follow us on YouTube, all the above. We have a new YouTube channel.
Yeah, with only 6 subscribers, guys. Please
That's okay.
go on
They don't
there.
know about it yet.
Yeah.
Well, you got to find it. I don't know how you find
It's
it.
Reality Court.
Reality Court. But we're going to put more like short things on there.
Like bonus
just so
stuff.
that we don't clog up the Hurrdat YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And that's that. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Pat. Thank you, Hurrdat. And as always, thank you, Beyonce, for all of the hard work. You have really paved the path for all of us divas.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.